Have you ever noticed how the wisest people in the room are often the quietest? It's not because they have nothing to say, but because they understand the immense power of silence. The ancients knew this well, and they passed down their wisdom through stories. Today, we're going to explore 3 ancient tales that reveal why wise people often choose silence over speech. Stay with us, and you might just unlock a new level of understanding and personal power. Let's start our journey in ancient Greece with a story about the great philosopher, Socrates. One day, a man rushed up to him, bursting with excitement. "Socrates, I have to tell you something about your friend," he exclaimed. Socrates calmly held up a hand and said, "Wait, before you tell me, I want you to pass a little test. It's called the triple filter test." The man looked confused. Socrates continued, "The first filter is truth. Are you absolutely certain that what you are about to tell me is true?" The man thought for a moment and replied, "Well, no, I just heard it from someone else." Socrates nodded. "All right. So you don't know for sure if it's true. Now for the second filter, the filter of goodness. Is what you're about to tell me about my friend something good?" The man hesitated. "No, on the contrary, double quotes Socrates interrupted. "So, you want to tell me something bad about him, and you're not even sure it's true." The man looked a bit ashamed. "Let's try the third filter," Socrates said, "the filter of usefulness. Is what you want to tell me going to be useful to me?" The man shook his head. "No, not really," Socrates concluded. "If what you want to tell me is neither true, nor good, nor even useful, why tell it to me at all?" This story is a master class in mindful communication. Wise people don't just blurt out whatever comes to mind. They filter their words. They ask themselves, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Most of the gossip, complaints, and idle chatter we hear every day would fail this test. By applying this simple filter, we can avoid spreading negativity and misinformation. Silence, in this context, isn't about being passive. It's an active choice to preserve peace and integrity. It's about recognizing that not every thought needs to be voiced, and not every piece of information needs to be shared. The wise understand that their words have weight, and they choose to use them with intention, or not at all. Think about your own conversations. How often do you apply these filters? Imagine the clarity and positivity you could bring into your life and the lives of others just by pausing to think before you speak. That's the first secret of silent wisdom. Now, let's travel to ancient China and the world of Taoist philosophy, where we find our second story. There was a renowned Taoist master known for his profound wisdom, but also for his deep silence. He rarely spoke, and when he did, his words were few but impactful. A young, eager student, frustrated by the master's quiet nature, finally confronted him. "Master," he said, "I have traveled far to learn from you, but you teach me nothing. You just sit there in silence. How can I learn if you do not speak?" The master looked at the student with a gentle smile. He then pointed to a nearby stream, its water flowing effortlessly over the rocks. "Listen," the master whispered. The student strained his ears, but heard only the gentle gurgling of the water. "I hear nothing but the stream," he said, confused. The master then pointed to the sky, where clouds drifted peacefully. "Watch," he said. The student saw only the slow, silent movement of the clouds. Finally, the master pointed to a single flower blooming in a crack in the rock. He said nothing at all. Suddenly, the student understood. The stream teaches persistence without a single word. The clouds teach detachment without a sound. The flower teaches resilience in silence. The master then spoke softly. The greatest truths are not spoken, they are observed. The universe does not shout its secrets. It reveals them to those who are quiet enough to listen and see. When your mind is full of chatter, you cannot hear the wisdom that is all around you. This story teaches us that wisdom often comes from observation, not explanation. Wise people are often silent because they are busy listening not just to other people, but to the world itself. They are absorbing information, noticing patterns, and understanding the deeper currents of life that are missed by those who are constantly talking. Their silence is a space for reflection and insight. It's in the quiet moments that we connect with our intuition and find clarity. By quieting our own inner and outer noise, we open ourselves up to a much deeper level of learning and understanding. True knowledge isn't always found in books or lectures. Sometimes, it's found in the quiet contemplation of a flowing stream. For our final story, we journey to India, to the time of the Buddha. A man who was known for being very angry and argumentative heard about the Buddha's serene presence and decided to challenge him. He went to the Buddha and unleashed a torrent of insults and accusations. He yelled, he cursed, he did everything he could to provoke a reaction. The Buddha, however, remained perfectly calm and silent, listening with compassion until the man ran out of things to say. When the man finally fell silent, exhausted and confused by the lack of response, the Buddha asked him a simple question. "My friend," he said, "if you buy a gift for someone, and that person does not accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The man was taken aback. "Well, it would still belong to me, of course," he replied. The Buddha smiled gently and said, "Exactly, the same is true for your anger. You have offered it to me, but I do not accept it. It remains with you." This powerful story reveals another reason for the silence of the wise: emotional self-mastery. Wise people understand that they cannot control what others say or do, but they have complete control over their own reactions. When faced with negativity, anger, or provocation, engaging in an argument often just adds fuel to the fire. It drains your energy and pulls you down to a lower level of consciousness. Silence, in this case, is not weakness, it is a shield. It's a conscious refusal to accept the gift of someone else's negativity. By remaining silent and centered, the wise person preserves their inner peace and disarms the aggressor. The anger, having no target to latch onto, simply dissolves or returns to its source. This doesn't mean you should tolerate abuse, but it does mean choosing your battles wisely. Often, the most powerful response to negativity is no response at all. It is a quiet declaration that you will not allow anyone else's storm to disturb your own calm sea. This is the strength found in stillness. So, what have we learned from Socrates, the Taoist master, and the Buddha? From Socrates, we learn to filter our words through the sieve of truth, goodness, and usefulness, speaking only with purpose. From the Taoist master, we discovered that silence is the key to deep observation and understanding, allowing us to learn from the world itself. And from the Buddha, we saw that silence is a shield that protects our inner peace from the negativity of others. These three stories paint a clear picture. Wisdom isn't about having all the answers and shouting them from the rooftops. It's about knowing when to speak, what to say, and, most importantly, when to embrace the profound power of silence. It's in that quiet space that we find clarity, gain insight, and master ourselves. The next time you find yourself in a situation where you're tempted to speak without thinking, to fill an uncomfortable silence, or to react in anger, remember these ancient tales. Take a breath, choose silence. You might be surprised by the wisdom you find there. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the heart of silent wisdom. I hope these stories have given you something valuable to reflect on. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more ideas that can help you live a more mindful and fulfilling life, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Your support means the world to us and helps us create more content just like this. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, be well, and listen to the silence.